Hi, I'm Beth from The Body Shop. I went to the London Fashion Scout in February and I saw some amazing looks on the catwalk. I really like the 60s Catflick and I am going to recreate this for you with a bit of Mediterranean Moroccan culture thrown in. It'll be great for festivals, parties. I've already created the base for this look and here is the link to the tutorial so you can see how I did that. So the first step, I'm going to use the Colour Crush eyeshadow in 105 to give me a nice natural base, and this is a sandy tone that will just neutralise any colours in the lid. And just buffing this lightly all over the lid where you've already concealed. So now I've done my base, I'm going to use the Spring Bronze Shimmer Cubes, and these ones are fantastic. You can use them wet and dry. They're all individually packaged, and I'm just going to use the lightest one first. So I'm going to buff this one all over the lid. It's got light reflective particles in it, so it really highlights the shape of the lid. So with the Shimmer Cube, we've got a lovely bronzy colour and a golden colour, and I'm going to buff those both together with the brush. And I'm just going to take this through the crease, in a half moon shape, circular motions, just buffing that in. And you can really just go through and have it as smoky or as subtle as you want. I'm going quite dramatic today. I'm going to use the eyeliner. We've got the Carbon Black Definer and I'm going to use this along my lash line. One of the makeup artist tips was to actually dot the product through the lash line and then buff it together, and it really just thickens and fills the lashes. Now I've done the black eye pencil, I'm going to go in with the black eyeliner. You could leave it like this for every day, but I like my 60s flicks, so I'm going to go in with it now. Don't be scared, it's really simple and just take one step at a time. And again, you can use the same technique, dotting it in between the lash line and then joining the dots up. So, let's go. Hold the lid nice and firm, then dot 2 or 3 lines across. And then just use the tip, just very, very slowly, to trace along where you've been with your pencil. Just as close to your lashes as you possibly can. And then just extending the tick as far as you dare. Now I'm going to extend the flick. I usually wear huge big ticks, but I'm just going to do these quite subtly, just following your bottom lash line and really following it naturally up towards your brow. And just taking that tip slowly but surely, and just rocking it back and forward. So once you've put your pencil liner on and you go in with your liquid, just trace over it numerous times until you've got the desired effect. I've gone quite dramatic today, but you don't have to, but you can just build that up as much as you need as you go along. Make sure your eyeliner is dry before you do anything else, and we're going to curl the lashes and put mascara on. Get each lash in between and curl, and hold that for 3 seconds and release, and do that on both eyes. And this will just give your lashes even more body. Now I'm going to go in with the mascara, and I'm using the Define and Multiply. If you've got fine eyelashes like me, use the brush to your advantage and get them really close to the base of your lashes and just wiggle and push. And this will just separate every little lash that you have and define it. If you want more fuller dramatic lashes, use the end and the tip and just push. So the next step is the lash and brow comb. This one is a fantastic tool that you can use just to touch up any areas that you've made. You can use one end for your brows and one end for your lashes. I'm going to use the lash end first. Push into the base of your lashes and just wiggle and push again. And this will separate any ones that are clumped together that just need an extra bit of definition and just give you that perfect lash. So you're probably wondering why I haven't put my bottom mascara on yet, because I need to add a contemporary twist to this look, and I'm going to use our metallic liners to do that. A few tips that I've learned along the way is if you put the product between your hands and just roll it, it warms the product up, makes it easier to use, and if you're quite sensitive around your eyes, just press the pencil lightly on the back of your hands to stop it from being so sharp. Claire at the London Fashion Scout, she actually used the Shimmer Cube eyeshadows as a liner, and she actually dampened the brush, pressed it into the product and actually traced it along the lash line, and it gave a wonderful metallic effect. So I'm going to just place this really, really close along my lash line, and I'm just going to hold my lid and I'm just going to press in small strokes along the lash line. And again, this is the same as the liquid liner. You can go as heavy or as light as you want. And as you go, just push that product into the lash line, following your eye along and taking it up to the tear duct. So now I've put it on, I'm just going to use a cotton tip and I'm just going to blend that in, and using again the same strokes, small fine strokes along the lash line, just to blend those two and stop it from being such a harsh line. And this is a simple step you can do, and it will create drama along the lash. To finish the look, I'm just going to do my bottom lashes, concentrating on the outer corners to give you more of a wide-eyed look. So now we're going to put the brows on. The brow kit actually comes with a brush and 2 shades. So I'm going to use the brow brush to go through these. and just blend the two shades together and really softly buff through, following your natural shape, slanted motions as you go. And you can always use the brow and lash comb to go through if you feel like you've added too much. And now I'm just going to brush through them to soften them slightly. I have already contoured the cheeks, but I just feel like I need a little bit more definition in them, so I'm going to use the honey bronze and the face brush just to define them a little bit more. And I'm just taking my brush in, brushing off the excess and just going underneath the cheekbones. This will really just highlight my cheekbones. Just going back in, tap off the excess and just following your ear down to your jaw. Any excess you've got on your brush as well, just dust underneath your jawline, just to give you a tiny little bit more definition. Because I'm feeling in a party mode, I'm going to put on some of the Brush On Radiance, and this is a fantastic product just for highlighting your cheekbones. And the pearls in here are so beautiful. They're all multicoloured, gold, pinks and bronzes. I'm just going to use the same brush, tap off the excess, make sure you haven't got any of your beads attached, and just tap onto your cheekbones. And this, on the catwalk, was what really made it for me. Really made it just a lovely, amazing glow. Any excess you've got, tap off the excess and just brush down the bridge of the nose, just to give you some extra definition. So this look, it's all about the eyes, so we're not going to concentrate too much on the lips. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Honey Bronze lip gloss, and this will just highlight my Cupid's bow and my bottom lip. This one's fantastic because it just highlights your natural skin tone on your lips. To finish the look, we're just going to use the Vitamin E Mist just to set the makeup and give us a nice dewy glow. So now my makeup's done, just to add an extra vintage twist, I'm going to add a scarf. I hope you like the look. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials coming soon.